Hey, Danny Lipford here, and welcome to Talk to Today's Homeowner. This is a Facebook Live event that we're going to take you around the Home Depot, because this is one of the most exciting times for Home Depot. All of the associates have been working so hard to really pack the pews here and to make sure that they put out everything that you could possibly need to enhance your backyard, inside and out as well. So one of the things I want to show you around is like some of the furniture that's here. This is a wicker style furniture. It's called Kendall Cove Collection, and there's a lot of things here that different styles that are available that you might consider. I kind of like this wicker look with these outdoor type cushions that you can do, but there's a lot of other styles that are available as well. Now what we want you to do is to relax and enjoy. This will only be 10 or 12 minutes that we're going to show you, kind of inspire you a little bit on a number of things that are available right now with this spring savings event that's happening right now at Home Depot. These are some of the best prices you're going to get all year long, and this place is full of plants, full of fertilizer, full of all kinds of gardening tools, all the different things that you need to really make your outdoors look fantastic. So in addition to the furniture, of course, one of the focal points of your outdoor living area would be a grill. Now, can you believe a 4-burner grill with a side burner from Next Grill for less than $200? Keep looking at it, trying to figure out how they could sell this for this inexpensively, but it is what it is. It's propane powered, and this will be a perfect addition to your backyard. Now, if this style of wicker is not exactly what you want, there's a number of other chairs and table ensembles that are available. And of course, I always recommend getting a umbrella that you can, take this down, move it inside if you don't need it, but otherwise works out pretty well. So this is one style, kind of like that hard surface on that, but I also like more of a contemporary look like this one. This is from the Hampton Bay collection, and it's got the glass top table and rocking chairs and so forth. That's pretty cool. And I guarantee you right now when you're looking at this, you have a vision in your mind of how much that would cost. I guarantee you when you see the actual cost, it'll surprise you in a good way, because it's a lot less expensive. Each one of them, I just can't believe, 4 or 5 chairs and a table for the price they charge. So head on down to the Home Depot and you can see exactly what I mean. When I was a kid and I would go in stores that had seeds like this, it was just so interesting to me that you can buy a little pack of seeds and grow flowers, or of course they have all of the vegetables that are available here as well. And so my mom and dad would give me a little bit of money, and of course these things are very, very inexpensive, and I would probably buy enough to plant an acre. But I only had like a 4x6 garden, so sometimes it wasn't as successful as it should have been because I didn't follow the directions on it. But what a great project for you to take on with your kids or your grandkids, to get them out in a little, yard area and develop that. Put a few amendments in it to make the soil a little better, and then let them choose what they would like to plant, whether it's seeds or whether it is actual, some of the small plants. It's a pretty cool way of really teaching them a great lesson, and then just think about them watering it and nurturing it to create their own garden. Hey, when I walk into a greenhouse feeling like this, there's just something about it. You can feel the humidity, and you can look around and see all the colors and everything that's happening, and it's just a pretty neat way to get the family out, go to Home Depot, get the things you need, and have a little fun along the way. Hey, a few things I want to point out to you is one of them is the new Ryobi 40-volt cordless string trimmer. Now, years and years ago when cordless tools came out, they were okay, but they wouldn't replace a gas-powered string trimmer in this case. This will. This is 40 volt. I've used this one a good bit, and it's lightweight, easy to use. You don't have to worry about gas or oil or any of that, and it'll do the job. And they have the lithium-ion batteries now to where they'll last so long that you don't have to worry about running out right in the middle of the project. Now, something else that you may want to do during this time of the year, people start looking around their home and maybe see a little peeling paint, or maybe you want to kind of brighten up one of the rooms inside your house with some of the new colors. The new marquee paint from Behr is really remarkable in that it's a flat finish. A lot of people don't want a shiny wall, but they put up with the shiny wall. Like, you know, eggshell finish has been very, very popular over the last few years because it's a little more washable. You can keep it clean, get those little fingerprints off of there. Well, this is a flat paint that was just developed by Behr called Marquee that will do that very thing. It's a flat finish, but still very, very washable. Now, when you're talking about the best prices of the year, think about 5 bags of mulch for only $10. 5 bags of mulch for only $10, and that's like the finishing touches. That's the icing on the cake. Once you're out there and you're working and you get all of these plants in place, then to be able to put the mulch, which is extremely important to block out weeds and also to retain moisture so that your plants will really flourish. And so that's very important and extremely reasonable when you look at that. And when you're talking about the little plants, if you decide not to use seeds and you want to buy some plants that are already starting to mature, then the Bonnie brand of vegetables are what a lot of people prefer, because they do a very, very good job in wherever you live and whatever climate you're in to make sure that they will do very, very well. And right now at Home Depot during the spring savings event, you get 4 of these for only $10. So think about that. 4 plants for only $10. What if you came down here and spent $50 or $60 or $70? Think about how many plants, already maturing plants, that you can go and plant in your yard and get a jump on your vegetable garden or anything else that you might want to plant. Now, we want you to ask any questions, any comments that you may have. Leave them right now and we will answer as many of them as we can. But certainly the best thing for you to do, get in the car, get in the truck, head down to Home Depot and look around at all of the different things that they have available. So there's all kinds of things. Now, I'll tell you something. Recently, I moved from a home that I lived in for almost 30 years. Now, I've got 3 daughters and a wife, and they have so much stuff. So we had a lot of things to move. Well, over the years, there's cardboard boxes, there's all these different things, and all these cheap plastic totes that just fell apart. I was so glad to find out about the Home Depot brand. These are the HDX brand, 2 different sizes here. That bottom one is a big one. And I started using these, and they're the only ones that lasted. You know, the other ones, I mean, we didn't move across the country. We just moved about 15 miles. A lot of the other things just would not hold up when you're stacking them, but these held up great. And also, when I was moving a lot of my tools, I used this because it just is a lot more substantial. This one I think is a 22-gallon. Bottom one there I think is a 50-gallon. But I'll tell you what, you're not going to be buying a bunch of these because these will last. And I'm so glad I found out about these because you see the stackability of it. I've got these things stacked 10 high in my new workshop, and so I've got, that's one of the projects I have this weekend, is to start taking the boxes out, getting my tools and all of my chisels and all of that out and in the workshop where it needs to go. Now, we were inside, we were in this part of it, this kind of a greenhouse. Now we're really in the greenhouse. Take a look at what's waiting on you at Home Depot right here with all of the plants, all of the shrubs, all of the ferns that are everywhere. And one of the things that I've realized about Home Depot is that these plants, I'm right now in Mobile, Alabama, and these plants will all flourish in the environment that I'm in. Now, some of these plants wouldn't do very well in Arizona, but in your Arizona Home Depot or Oklahoma or wherever you are, they're choosing plants that will work for your environment. The humidity, the sun, all of those type of factors, extremely important. But you have to do a little work in making sure that you check out all of the little labeling here to see if it needs to be in the sun, out of the sun, the watering, different aspects like that. That's some of the due diligence that you may need to do to ensure that it does work very, very well. But just think about being able to come out and buy a few things. And one thing I always talk to homeowners about, don't get too ambitious. Don't get frustrated. Don't buy more than you can plant in a reasonable amount of time, and do it a little at a time. Just maybe sit down and maybe draw out your backyard and think about what you want to do. You may want to start out with a little paver patio. Well, there's pavers all around here that you can buy as many or as few as you want, whatever your budget and time will allow, and then you can build this patio. And, you know, in one day you can build a 10 by 10 or a 10 by 20 or whatever that you may want. That night, then that next day you can start enjoying it. Later on, you may add a little more over here, a little more here. Maybe you'll find one of the water features that they have here that's a standalone water feature that now you've got water, you've got a patio, then you're going to plant some shrubs around it to create a nice little private plush area, and then maybe take some of the big ficus trees and some of the other things that will do very well, that are very inexpensive, and they'll grow up big. Now you really got a nice plush area outside, right out your back door, that you can use. Go pick up one of the Next grills for less than 200 bucks, propane tank, and then you're ready to go. You can start having those family and friends over. And after what we've been through over this past year, isn't it kind of cool to be able to create that place, and little by little, as you know, it's safe for us all, we can all start getting back together. This is the summer, this is the spring, that a lot of things are going to come together that we just simply were not able to do last time. I think that puts even more enthusiasm in Home Depot, and more enthusiasm in some of the things that you want to do at your house. So I just thought it would be cool for us to kind of just get a glimpse of what's waiting on you at your local Home Depot. And I'm always amazed, because you know how it is when you come in here. You get your little cart and you start walking around. You're only coming in for 3 or 4 things, right? Well, you walk out with 20 things that you really need at one of the best prices that you're going to get. And I think that's one of the reasons that Home Depot has done so well. It's a one-stop shop. You can come here and get anything you need to fulfill the ideas and the dreams that you have for your home. Hey, thanks so much for hanging in with me here for just a little while, and make sure you get down to Home Depot, because right now you're going to buy a lot of the things that you see here at the best prices of the year. I'm Danny Lipford. Thanks so much for being with us here on Talk to Today's Homeowner. Hey, I'm gonna leave you with a little more view of what's waiting on you at your Home Depot.